This week's Parsha is Parshas Korach. If you want any proof that the Torah is real, listen to this Vart. The Meril Diskin has a brilliant mathematical equation that puts together so many different pieces of this week's Parsha that it's unbelievable to think that people can't see that every letter, every ois, every number of the Torah is real. It's unbelievable. Here we go. In this week's Parsha, Korach rebels against Moshe Rabbeinu and brings 250 of the Eidah with him, and Dasan and Aviram, and they're all rebelling against Moshe, saying, "Who are you to lead Klal Yisrael? We're just as good." And Moshe Rabbeinu says, "You know what? Fine. The next day, come tomorrow. We'll have a showdown. Bring Keteres. Whoever survives is the right one." Korach brings the Keteres with all the men. They get destroyed. Korach ends up getting swallowed by the earth, as everyone knows. And there's just a few lashonos in the psukim that don't add up so much. The Meril Diskin asks a couple of kashas. Number one, Hashem tells Moshe Rabbeinu, "He badlu mitoich ha'eda." Right after Korach's Keteres went sour, he says, "He badlu, separate yourself from the Eda, and Hashem's going to destroy them." But later on, after the story of Korach, after he gets swallowed by the earth, Klal Yisrael complained to Moshe Rabbeinu, "No, you're going to kill us all," and they start getting upset. And Hashem says, "Hiromu mitoich ha'eda." Separate yourself from this Eda because I'm going to destroy them also. Hashem was going to bring a magefa. The mashchis was violent. The destroyer, the Malach HaMaves, was in its state of destruction, and was about to destroy. So Hashem said, "Separate yourself so you don't get destroyed." And Moshe Rabbeinu tells Aaron to take Keteres, which when Moshe Rabbeinu was up for 40 days and 40 nights getting the Torah, each Malach gave him a gift, and the Malach HaMaves gave Moshe Rabbeinu the gift of knowing that if there's ever a magefa, that they should bring Keteres throughout the encampment, and that will save a lot of people. It will stop the magefa. So Moshe Rabbeinu told Aaron, "Bring the Keteres." And what is the lashon used? Hashem tells Moshe, "Hiroimu mitoich eda," not hibadlu like it did before, and it keeps using this lashon eda, the gathering, the people. But when Aaron ran in with the Keteres, it says, "V'yoretz atoich kahol," the gathering, the people. Why does it change the lashon, the language of what the psukim had used previously? The Meril Diskin says something fascinating. He says, we had just counted in Bamidbar the amount of people in Klal Yisrael, and we ended up with a count of 603,500 people. That was the total count. The Meril Diskin says, "Heroimu" is a lashon teruma, separation, but it's also truma. What is truma? When we give truma to a kohen, it can either be 1/40th of your produce or your crops or your fruit. It could be either 1/50th or 1/60th. 1/60th is the most stingy. 1/40th is the most because you're giving more of your stuff. So he said that when the mashchis is around, when the Malach HaMaves is in a state of destruction, he's going to destroy even more. He's going to just go all out. So he used 1/40th. If you take 1/40th of Klal Yisrael, Heiromu, Truma, if you take Truma from Klal Yisrael, how much is that when you're using 1/40th? 603,500 divided by 1/40th equals 15,087.5. And he has a whole calculation of why the 0.5 is a full, so it comes out to 15,088. Now, the end of that specific parsha says, "Vayu hamesim b'magefa arba aser elef u'shma meyos." There were 14,700 people that ended up dying in this magefa. Milvad hamesim al dvar Korach. Besides the people that died because of the matter of Korach, which happened right before that. How many people died by the matter of Korach? Well, it's 250 people plus himself, Korach, and the two Dasan and Aviram. That's 253. 15,088 minus 253 equals 14,835. So if there's 14,835, how do you get to 14,700? What's the difference between them? 135. The exact gematria of the word kahal, kuf he lamed, is 135. Says the Meril Diskin, there was an exact cheshbon. By Aaron HaKohen running mitoich hakol, he ran into the 135, he saved 135 people. In addition to the magefa that stopped at that point. The people that died were only 14,700, but really more were supposed to die. But by Aaron running in with the Keteres, he saved all these people. This calculation is brilliant beyond brilliant, and this just goes to show and goes to prove that every single letter, number, ois, dot in the Torah is emes lamitai, and we should see that, and we should be zeichet to the coming of Mashiach Tzidkenu Meher V'Yameinu. Amen. Have a beautiful Shabbos.